Hi everyone, back again for another reaction video, and this one is for The Bridge on the River Kwai. Yes, this is an old film. It was made in 1957. Never seen it before. I just remember seeing a thing on Netflix, this cover thing, and it looked nice. It grabbed my attention. Something about it grabbed my attention. I was like, I gotta watch this. And that's simply why I want to watch it. It's just mere curiosity. I've got a tingle for it. I don't know if it's good. On Letterboxd, it's got a 4.1, so that's a pretty good score. So I imagine it's probably pretty good. But honestly, yeah, I don't know much about it at all. I'm going to quickly read the synopsis. But aside from that, let's just get into it and enjoy this. I hope you like this film. I might get some different people checking this out because it is an old film. So I might get some people that more appreciate more classic cinema, I don't know, but either or. Yeah, I'm very intrigued to check this out. I don't know why. I think this is probably the oldest film I've watched on this channel. Stalker is pretty old, but it's not that old, I don't think. No. But anyway, let me just read the synopsis and then we'll go from there. So, a classic story of English POWs in Burma forced to build a bridge to aid the war effort of their Japanese captors. British and American intelligence officers conspire to blow up the structure, but Colonel Nicholson, the commander who supervised the bridge's construction, has acquired a sense of pride in his creation and tries to foil their plans. So yeah, it sounds kind of cool. So yeah, it's a World War II setting, and yeah, sounds like a bit of pride going on, attachment, ego. You know, so a bit of that stuff's going on here. And, yeah, a bit of, like, prisoner of war type of stuff. I don't know if there's a lot of violence. I think the movie's PG, so I imagine it's not like, you know, Saving Private Ryan or anything like that. But, that being said, I enjoy a lot of films. I mean, I remember when I was younger, I used to love more just war stuff, you know, conflict and all that. But now, you know, I can enjoy a film with no conflict at all and think it's amazing. You know, it depends on the filmmaking, it depends on the story, it depends on the characters, so many other aspects. One of my main things when I was younger was like action, you know, warfare. That's what I used to like years ago. But I have a much more broader sense for film now, broader appreciation for different films. And yeah, but anyway, let's get into this and stop wasting time. And see what it's like. This is a long movie too. I think it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, pretty much on the dot. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into this and see what it's like. Oh, that is old. Look at that. I remember Tarantino used a very very similar thing for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood though, to get that old school feel, you know. Some very old text. I like it though, it's cool. That's a lot of crosses. Okay. We'll get a close-up of a train going by. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's an interesting way the text is laid out like that. I'm liking this shot. It's giving a great sense of the bumpiness on the train and all that, you know. It's great. Well, this is a good tracking shot, though. Those guys look so exhausted. That guy just kind of going... no energy left in them at all. This music seems pretty cool. At the moment, it's very epic feeling. Alright, David Lean, let's see what you've got. So far, so good. I'm liking the way this is being done. It's very effective camera movements, good compositions. Like, I'm loving this shot too. And the sun glowing in that shot. Time of day they shot that looks really nice. That way, fellas. That's what he said. Is that a leaf on his head? Keep him from getting sunburn, I guess, hey? Huh.
One of these days, Colonel...
Oh, look at that shot. Okay, this is good. The way the light's glowing on the back of him and the colours brought up in that looks awesome. So I think we're in for a nice looking film, which is something I slightly noticed from one of the pictures I saw of the film that I saw on Netflix. It just grabbed my eyes, so it looks like we're in for a beautiful looking film too.
Here lies... No, Weaver, I've forgotten who we just buried.
Tom's...
Oh my god. So many.
May you rest in peace.
Wow.
Found little enough of it while he was alive.
Oh my god, what's left of that guy's shoe? His toes are hanging out.
Forbidden by the Geneva Convention.
Is that so?
I have
We don't have Geneva Convention.
and would be glad to let you dance through it if you wish.
That will not be necessary.
Ha! That's it. He's like, fuck you and your Geneva Convention. What some work that guy has. Just... Oh, what? That guy's got to stand there? Man. It's got to get soaked.
Well, I hope they can remain soldiers, Colonel. As for me, I'm just a slave.
There lies the question, what's the difference between a soldier and a slave? A good portion of those men didn't choose to be there, right?
Let's call your attention, Colonel Saito, to Article 27 of the Geneva Convention.
He certainly knocked that shit out of his hand.
Arranged. You see, the code specifically states that the...
Slapped him in the face with the book.
Hey! You are on order of command!
civilized world, we must consider ourselves absolved from our duty to obey you. My officers will not do manual labor.
Uh-oh, here we go. What is that? Oh,
Or soldiers' code, murdering unarmed men.
Oh, that was close. Good instincts on his part. Yeah, were they just standing there? Oh my god. Oh, look at them, they've got a nice spot in the shade. Oh, one guy fainted. Wow, they've been standing there for a minute. Huh. At least they got a bit of shade now. It looks like, from the looks of it, this film is using natural lighting too, if I'm not wrong, which is actually kind of cool.
They're gonna put him in the oven.
The oven? Oh, that doesn't look fun. Ooh. Was that some guy trying to run? Oh. Ooh. Nasty way to go. Oh, he is still alive. I'll be damned.
Let go!
What the heck?
How are the men?
Fine.
Yeah, I was wondering if he'd have trouble talking.
Should a tragedy occur, it would be tantamount to murder.
He is responsible. Not I.
Yeah, it's easy to do that. Right? The ego hates to be the one that's responsible. Especially when it's like murder. The ego always goes, oh no, it was his fault. It's that person's fault. It's society's fault. Never looks at himself. But I find it interesting, like, that the way he's like, he's responsible. Yeah, because you don't want to take it yourself, because it's too difficult. How could you go to sleep at night, you know?
Are they both mad? Or am I going mad? Or is it the sun?
Ooh, I like that shot. That's cool. That was a cool like transition. What a setting this is. This is really cool. Almost looks like something out of a horror movie or something. Ha ha! Who the hell is doing that? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there's that guy still fanning away. Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. I like that shot, particularly the time of day this is shot. Very later on in the day, but it looks cool. Silhouetted looking. Man, if they weren't there, he couldn't walk. Damn. This poor guy. Look at him barely being able to stand.
Do you mind sitting over here?
Oh, he's like, oh yes.
Late supper.
Oh my gosh. Props to his performance.
That won't solve your problem. But I'm sure we can arrive at a proper solution. Please sit down.
Huh! Here we go. What's gonna happen here? He's dumped. I like this shot choice too, like a mounted camera shot on the boat by the looks of it. Oh, what are they gonna do this time? In front of all the troops now. Wow, look how skinny he is now. Jeez. Props to him to be able to walk on his own.
He's done it.
Oh, damn.
I know our men. You've got to keep them occupied. Fact is, if there weren't any work for them to do, we'd invent some.
People always looking for something to do. Hey, especially Western. Yeah, it's true.
We must draw up our plans, then arrange.
This is a really solid one take as well, and it's very engaging. Like, you know, they don't need the shot reverse shot. This works perfectly. I'm loving how this is being shot in places.
And now, Colonel Saito, I have one more point. If you
No, there's another important
Look at him sitting there. He's like, fuck me, this has been a jet. All this shit we've been doing till now has been a waste. You just see it's going through his head, and these people are talking him off.
The bridge in time.
Frankly, the consensus of opinion is that it's impossible. But we'll certainly give it a go. Wasted over a month through an unfortunate disagreement, for which I was not to blame.
Oh.
Is there anything else?
Oh.
Lost.
Wow, this is interesting. Who's boss now? Basically, Saito's just like, what he said.
At Elm, and the elm paths of London.
That looks really nice too, the way the light. The time of day they shot this too, it's like nearly sundown. Looks really nice. Love that.
Yes, Reeves?
Yes, sir.
I gotta say, this movie does not have a lot of close-ups. Like, there's one now, but a lot more kind of mid to wide shots, which I really like, actually. It's cool. Oh, this is a different location.
It's twice as powerful as Jellied Knight and only half the weight.
Oh, damn. Huh?
It's quite...
Now he tells him once after he's freaked out.
guts of a maniac. They were about to shoot him and he didn't bat an eye.
Well, I suppose if you're about to be shot, there isn't a great deal you can do, is there? Now, here is the River Kwai.
Guess there's some truth to that.
Oh, this is very embarrassing.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is insane though. After he just got away, they're like, "Oh, can you come back in?" I get it, but it's like, yeah, that's quite the ask, that's for sure.
At the hospital, I took a look at the enlisted men's ward, and then I took a look at the officers' ward, and I said to myself,
Wow, what a whole thing he's done.
If you had to operate on Saito, would you do your best or would you let him die?
Chapman here wants Joyce, but I have my doubts about him. Frankly, I think he has too much imagination as distinct from cold calculation.
I like the ring that said.
And with us in mind.
It's a beautiful place. The location's awesome. Because that looks real.
Of injury, 2 jumps 80%, and 3 jumps you're bound to catch a packet. The consensus of opinion is that the most sensible thing for major shares to do is to go ahead and jump and hope for the best.
Oh my god, you're kidding me. I think those cat hats would keep you actually well shaded. Good stuff. Yo, that's some hacking through. My god. I guess if you see a snake, just do the same thing, hack it. Ah. Nice lady she is. Wow, look at that. That's cool. Even though it looks gross, it's a cool shot. Nice wide angle.
Blink! Blink! Leeches. Leeches.
Ugh. Gross. Ugh. Ah. Oh man. Yeah, that works. Burn them with a cigarette and then throw them off.
It's wet, mildewed, corroded, rotten, like everything else in this rotten jungle. You might as well dump it.
Whoop. Oh, it's working now. Haha, I'll be damned.
If we stay here much longer, we'll be up to our necks.
I've got it all decoded, sir.
Right, read it.
Yes.
I'm loving how this is shot. Like, a lot of the talking scenes, they do a lot of them in just wides, and all of them are just in the frame, and they talk, and that's it. It's very simple, but I love it. They've done it many times throughout the film, and I think it works really well. It's something that not many films do nowadays. Nowadays, it's like they think the audience, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like filmmakers think the audience will get bored if the camera just sits in a wide and the actors just do their thing. A lot of modern films nowadays cut to this angle, cut to that person, cut to this person. You know, it's like this a big shot, reverse shot. I love it when a film like frames the shot really well and then just gets all the actors in the frame. I think it's such a better way sometimes to film a scene, and you kind of feel like you're there with the characters instead of kind of just being this thing that's jumping from here to here to here. I feel like it immerses you in a scene sometimes a bit more. Don't get me wrong, like you could still use shot reverse shot, but just time it better instead of just using that as a crutch just to keep it interesting because you're cutting back and forth. Like if you have to make the movie interesting, if you have to make the movie interesting by doing that, it shows your movie isn't, like it's not a decent enough story or the dialogue's not good enough. It's not the fucking engagement. It's not to do with the editing and all this. You need to make the story more engaging then. You need to make the characters more engaging. You need to make the actors more engaging then. Not cut back and forth to keep it interesting. Like if that's your way to do that, then I find that to be too lazy. You're not using all the film techniques then. You're just using shot reverse shot to keep it interesting. I don't know. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm just talking out of my head. But anyway, let's carry on. I wonder how this commander's going to feel when they're coming along saying we're going to blow the bridge. Oh, they're getting pretty close by the looks of it. Wow.
Yes. Good show. Come on, follow me.
What a beautiful shot that is. The waterfall, the wide shot it is. Cool. That looks like a real good bath, that. The water just flows through, fresh water all the time. Man, that looks cool. I'm going to have to give this movie a definite point for locations used. That's for damn sure. Whoa, who have we got here? Uh-oh. Hand grenade? Yo, what a cool shot. All the bats just scatter. They're bats, right? Oh gosh. Could be leading them to a bunch of them though. Or you could be sneaky like Rambo and get both your asses. It's cool having like all these bats flying around. It does add something different to the scene, that's for sure. It creates a bit more of like an aliveness to the scene. Like other things are going on. It's not just them fighting. I like the way this is being shot at. It goes from him to then him. It's really cool. The shots in this actually remind me a bit of like Predator, the movie. I wonder if John McTiernan was inspired by this. Oh, he's like a kid. Wow, he just no remorse.
I could have done it. I was ready.
Oh yeah, he's the one that didn't want to kill, yeah.
Right. Superficial, maybe a chipped bone, but there's nothing broken.
It's my fault, sir.
That's a beautiful shot.
I can walk on it.
Look at that, man. Oh, I love how this movie looks, like the way the light's bouncing off the water, which is giving them light too. And then just the way the sun is. Man, I love this. Looks like this movie, at least it looks like it. The movie really looks like they try to use like natural light as much as they could. Or at least it looks like that. Yeah, I love how this film looks, man. It's so good. And then there's a wide shot as well. Oh, damn. Hope he doesn't have to run at some point. He's going to have difficulty, that's for sure. Oh, the blood's coming through the shoe. Ooh. No shoe, hey? That's better? Oh, what a beautiful shot that is. Oh, I love the composition of that. Oh god, he's going to have difficulty in this area. Oh no. Another beautiful location once again with this waterfall. That's sick.
Doing? I didn't give orders for a halt.
We all need it.
Especially you. Huh.
You're two of a kind, crazy with courage. For what? How to die like a gentleman. How to die by the rules. When the only important thing is how to live like a human being.
That's quite the speech.
Why not? Come on.
You have no choice, boss. He didn't want to be carried. Hey, there it is. It's almost done too. There she is, boss.
Let's get closer.
Whoa, oh my god.
To build something like that in the condition they must be in.
This is interesting though. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, to be honest with you, whose side am I on? The ones that want to blow the bridge up or his? I don't know. I'm like that fucking... What's that story with the thing? Good God, what was it? The story with the... How, like, it's stuck on a fence and he doesn't know which side to go on. I feel like that right now. Like, I see the good of both ends. Like, I see what he's doing here in regards to showing, you know, what the British can do. And instead of doing it as prisoners, why not do it as troops? You know, do it as a job. This is part of your work now. Instead of wallowing in your prisoner mentality, why not actually do something? And then that's what they did. They did something. Despite them being the enemy, they made something. They did something, you know, I would say a good thing. But I can also see the ego and pride way of what he's doing here as well. So I can see both ends. But then, like, on the other side of blowing it up, I get that too, in a sense of, you know, war's war. And, you know, this is going to affect a lot of... it's going to give a lot more supply to the enemy and troops or whatever. And if that's destroyed, then that's going to stop that. I like this though. This is good. I like this whole two different sides, and it's like this grey that I'm sitting in. I wonder how many of you were like that, or were you particularly on one end, or are you supposed to be like this? Is this supposed to be like you just are the witness to the whole unfolding of things? Because that's what I feel like when I'm watching this. It's just a witness to the whole event. I like it though. This is really good.
One will stay here with me. All right, now get cracking. Cheers.
Another good one take. This is really cool. He's like, jolly good job. Proper good job. Oh, how disappointed he's going to be if it gets all blown up.
Made any difference at all, really. Particularly in comparison with other men's careers. I don't know whether that kind of thinking is very healthy, but I must admit I've had some thoughts on those lines.
Very interesting how this ended up. Man, I like this movie. Very interesting, just the story and the way it's played out. This is cool. I think I'm going to have to give this movie a point for tracking shots too. I was going to give it a point for camera movements, but maybe I should give one for tracking as well. Oh, that looks like a bit of a rough ride. An explosive shit on it.
The river's come down.
Oh. Oh no. Low tide, huh? Oh. That's embarrassing. Uh-oh. I think you better get ahead of schedule, lad. Just let it off.
For the train. Do it now.
If only they had radios. Oh gosh. Oh shit, is he gonna get himself blown up while he's up there? Uh-oh, he sees something. He sees a charge or something. He's like, well, shit. He's like, you're kidding me. This is some tense shit, I'll tell you what. He's like, fuck. Oh, fuck. He's gonna shoot him. Oh. Oh, oh. Holy shit. You're in trouble now, lad. You're in big fucking trouble. I love that you know what I love about this? They're not actually using music. That they could be using like, you know, like really dramatic music, but they chose not to, and I love that. They just let the natural, you know, sounds that are going on do the tension, and I think it's brilliant. I love that they just kept it simple with the sound. There's enough tension as it is. Oh no.
You've got to do it, boy. You've got to do it now.
Do it now! Fuck! Oh, that's the first kill he's done.
Sir, here to blow up the bridge. Blow up the bridge. Yes, sir.
He's like, no.
British Commando orders, sir. Blow up the bridge. Yes, sir.
No!
No! Help!
Wow.
Kill him!
Oh, shit. Oh, did he get shot? Ah, dang. Oh, shit, did he get shot? Oh, yo, this has gotten tense, real tense, really quick. Now he's in a predicament. He's like, wow. Ooh. No, I think he's gonna do it though. Is he gonna land on it? You're kidding me. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, wow. What a spectacle that is. Jeez. Did they do that with models or something? That looks really good. Or was that like an old train or something they actually used? Nicely done.
Madness.
Indeed. Yeah, he was just sitting back watching that whole fucking thing play out.
Madness.
Indeed. No. Oh, is that the end? Yo, really? That's the end, huh? Interesting choice to have the marching and music going on now. It actually works really well though, I feel. Man, what a film. That was really good. I liked that a lot. I'm gonna double thumbs up that on Netflix. That was solid. Well, my itch was right to go check that out. Man, what a film. Where do I start with this? It was just like... I'm going to definitely go through my list, but I really like how this played out in regards to just the perspectives, just the alternate perspectives we have here of the grey area of good and bad. And this is an old film, and like that showing of that is fascinating. I love it. Yeah, I really like this a lot. I'm curious to see how my list will end up, but yeah, really good film. Anyway, I'm going to do that straight away right now because I'm keen to see the list of things that I liked in this. So yeah, I'm going to do that and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and yeah, this is a pretty good sized list as I thought it would be. Before I was doing it, I was like, yeah, this was a really solid film, as you heard before I did this. So yeah, this was really good. So let's get straight into this. There's a lot of great technical things in this film, actually. So yeah, let's get into it. So first and foremost, camera composition. The movie just overall is very well shot. Yeah, just very memorable, very well put together in that sense. And along with the camera composition, there's some solid camera movements as well. The way the camera is very, a lot of the time it looks like they use tracks and all this. It's very smooth and it just makes it very enjoyable to watch. But yeah, great camera movements as well. And along with that, number 3, long takes. This was something that surprised me. There's a lot of parts in this film where there's characters talking, and instead of doing shot, reverse shot, the camera just sits. And it's very engaging. I didn't find it boring. Like good 1 minute to 2 minute scenes, no cutting. It's just one shot and it's like, wow, that's really good. And it's still engaging. The actors were able to keep it interesting along with what's going on in the story, that it was not necessary to have, you know, all these cuts. So I love that they were able to do that. And the next thing, kind of along with those long takes, number 4, wide shots. So yeah, just the way it was shot, but not even just with the characters. Sometimes it was just beautiful wide shots throughout the film, especially in that later part when there were those people, that squad was going back to the bridge to blow it up. This was some really solid shots in those parts, I thought. So yeah, really great wide shots to bring some great beauty to the film. So yeah, that was great. The next thing, number 5. Now this wasn't a very common thing, but I think there was more than what I thought. But what I did see, I thought was very solid. So tracking shots, that's number 5. Yeah, they're just great shots where going through the scenes and that, and it felt really immersive, you know, with the characters. And yeah, I thought that was a very great, it was a very effective technique to use as they were going through these locations. And the next thing, number 6, is the lighting. From what I can see, a lot of the lighting was natural, I think, unless they made it really convincing and it just looked natural. But either way, I thought it was very solid and it made the movie look really nice in certain places. So yeah, really solid lighting as well. Number 7, and this is another reason why I love the tracking shots so much, is there's such beautiful locations in parts. So number 7 is locations used. There's some great locations throughout this film that just adds to the beauty of it. So really amazing film. I love just how this was put together. So yeah, really solid technical aspects. The next thing, number 8, is the acting. I thought the acting overall was pretty damn good as well. It wasn't anything amazing, but it was definitely something I had to give a point to, that's for sure. Number 9 is the music. I love the music throughout the film, and sometimes the lack of music in certain parts. Actually, that just reminded me, there was one point that I forgot. But yeah, I thought the music was very well done and added to the tension, and also lack of music in a particular scene at the ending there, which is a point that I forgot to add, which is now number 10 is the tension. I love the tension in the film, particularly in that very last 5 minutes or whatever. I loved that. I thought that was very effective, how they didn't use music at all, and it was just the sounds of what was going on created such great tension in that scene. I would say throughout, the rest of the film didn't have tension, but that particular last bit, the build up from all what's going on, was very effective. So I love the tension in that last 5 minutes or so. It's worthy of a point, I think. The next thing, number 11, is the story. I love the story. It gets you thinking, and that is actually the next thing. So I'm just going to say it right now. So number 12 is thought-provoking, but I just love this thought-provoking story this film has. It's really good. Like, it's very engaging for like 2.5 hours or whatever it was. I think it's about an hour. I think it's 2040. But anyway, for being that long, it was so engaging. Like, the story was just really solid, and I was engaged just the entire time. So I was surprised at just how well this movie was put together and how engaging it was, and all these things playing with it, all the great technical things. It was just a really solid film all around. So yeah, it was just, I was surprised by this film. I mean, I kind of had an inkling that it was going to be good. From just the picture I saw, I was like, that looks interesting. And I was right. It was really good. So last but not least, number 13 is the ending. I thought the ending was very solid. Really just, you know, from that tension and then just boom, the way it ended. Man, it was just really good. I loved it. Like, I really did feel like the character that was sitting on the stump, that guy that was kind of just, you know, he didn't want to stand on the bridge. He just, for whatever reason, I think he just didn't want to have too much pride in a thing that would help the enemy. You know, that's kind of what he was thinking, which was fair enough, you know. But that's kind of how I felt. Not in regards to, like, helping the enemy. I was kind of on the fence, like, was what he did so bad? And then looking at the other people as well, I was just kind of on the stump the whole film, just going, man, you know, they had both good reasons in a sense, and it just made so much sense. So I really liked that whole murkiness that this film had, that kind of grey area. So I thought that was really effective, and it really did add some great engagement into the film. And I think that's why it felt so, like, the time just kind of slipped by with the film. It was just so engaging, I thought. I definitely think I'll watch this film again. I didn't have that as a point, but I definitely will at some point watch this again or show it to someone that hasn't seen it. Yeah, I thought this movie was very effective and really well done. So yeah, it ended up being 13 things. It was 12 before I started this camera, but I added that extra thing that I forgot, which was tension. I had to add that. Just that little moment was enough for a point, I thought, because it was kind of all building up to that, you know. But anyway, really solid film. I was going to say thank you for recommending this, but no one recommended this. This was just something I saw and went, okay, I got to watch this. So I'm glad I did check this one out because it was worth it. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it was a bit of a different film. You know, I haven't done that many old films, and I know a lot of you viewers are more into Indian cinema, but I hope maybe some of you have watched this and enjoyed it still, or maybe you have seen this. But I'd love to get some recommendations of older films as well, if you like any particular ones. I would love to go into different cinema as well, particularly older stuff. I definitely am going to go back to Tarkovsky. Is that his name? Andrei Tarkovsky. He was the filmmaker that made Stalker. I think that's his name. Yes, Andrei Tarkovsky. Yes. I'm definitely going to have to look at more of his stuff, because the film I saw of his Stalker was mind-blowing. Yeah, it was really well shot, really thought-provoking, you know, kind of philosophical. I loved it. So, yeah, I really liked that film. Anyway, that is it for this video. 13 things I liked. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video of The Bridge on the River Kwai. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and liking the video, and leaving a comment as well, and some recommendations if you like for the next videos. Yeah, that's it for this video. Catch you folks in the next one.